Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer. Welcome back to Train Sim World 2020. This is the SW1000R DLC. We're on the NEC route, and we're doing the New York Nuisance scenario. We're going to take this little switching loco, this little yard loco. We're going to take it under the river to New York Penn. We're going to pick up a sick ACS-64, and we're going to haul it back here. It's supposed to take 45 minutes. They always seem to run a little bit long. What can you do? Right. So we'll head right in here. Close that. Climb aboard. Sit in the engineer's seat. I would love to. Very carefully. Mouse and keyboard our way over here. Let us turn these on. Let us turn our cursor on momentarily. Set the engine run switch to on. We can do that. Set the generator field switch to on. We can also do that. Set the control fuel pump switch to on, done. Automatic brake to emergency. Automatic brake to release. All right. Hold the engine startup switch in engine start until the engine is running. I believe we need to stand up to do that. We sure do. Right over here. There we go. For how long do we hold it? For as long as it takes. Wait for the main reservoir to charge. All right, so we're going to step back over here. While that is going on, we're going to do a couple of things. We're going to turn our headlights on. That one right there. Turn our gauge lights on. We're going to turn our step lights on. We're going to turn our number light on. All right, we're good there. Stand up, come right over here. We'll turn our wipers on. If I can, there it is. Turn those on. I head back here and have a seat. So yeah, this DLC, it's been out for months, and it comes with this SW1000R. It also comes with the cab control car, which is the control car for the opposite end of the ACS-64 consists. And I believe we did a video in one of those cab control cars, but we did not do a video in this loco. Set the independent brake to full application. Like so. Fully release the handbrake. You got it. That is fully released. I'm sorry. That is not the handbrake. Moment, please. Let's go back to full application. Yeah. This is the handbrake. What? I suppose because I did it with my hand, it's an easy mistake to make. Probably not. Right. Insert the reverser handle, like so. Set the reverser to forward, like so. Now release the independent brake. Okay, so we can turn these off. We don't need those anymore. For the moment, we're going to leave our cursor on. So all brakes off. Right? All brakes off. Apply some throttle and reach 2 miles per hour. We can do that. Whoa, there's 2 miles per hour. That didn't take very much at all. Right, so we'll get this up to speed. Head over to New York Penn. The failed locomotive is waiting on track 11. This is a busy station where passenger service takes priority. Hey, doesn't it always? And then, of course, this being Train Sim World, it says that loco is on track 11, and then up in the corner it says head to New York Penn track 14. Of course it does. Let's hop outside and take a look. There we go. Look at that thing. That is an adorable little loco. It's what you'd call mighty. Yeah, it's a mighty loco. Just a look at them. So right, how's everybody doing? It's Monday for me. It's going to be, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday for you when you see this. I swear I have found another gear. That's always a nice feeling. I have rejuvenated myself. My fluids are all, topped off. I don't know. I just, last week being sick and really having to step back from gaming, it's just been an awesome experience to enjoy gaming again, and to tap of brakes right here. There we are. To enjoy gaming the way I used to and the way I want to. And it's nobody's fault, and really it's not even, I guess it's really not even that big a deal. I just burned out a little bit. And, burning out is one of those things that you don't realize it when it's happening. You only realize it after it's already happened. And then what do? You try to fix it, or, I don't know, something. But yeah, it's been great the way everything has worked out. And I really hope to, enjoy this as much as I used to, because it is one of my favorite things in the world. And when you find yourself at odds with one of your favorite things, it's always kind of a strange moment. Like, oh, now what do I do? Do I just stop doing it? Do I? Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, yeah, it's like it's all fresh all over again. I've gotten into some new games too, and that has really sort of helped. Maybe I needed to do that for the longest time, or maybe some of the games that I was into or thought I was into, they not only were they not doing it for me, but in some ways I think maybe they were really just not, for lack of a better word, just not good for me. It's tricky. Sim gaming. There you go. A little movement in the yard. I love it. Very immersive. I don't think there's anything. I mean, obviously I'm biased because it's my favorite genre for gaming. But when it comes to sim gaming, I feel like there's almost nothing bad about sim gaming, at least in terms of like, in the ways that video games can be sort of not too good for you, For the most part, I think sim gaming is pretty benign compared to some other forms of gaming. And some of the other games that I was into, and I won't, there's no need to be specific about it, but some games that I was into were really, in their own way, they were sort of pulling me down. They weren't necessarily having the best influence or best impact on my life that a game could or should. So it's been really refreshing to sort of step away from some of those titles. Getting back into iRacing has been fantastic. Took a few false starts. Always does. iRacing is, people. People aren't perfect. And obviously I include myself in that category. People aren't perfect. And anytime you do things that involve other people, you're taking your chances. You really are. Because people, man, they are. We're all sort of loose cannons. Try as we may not to be. And particularly at the, I don't race at the professional level or anything. So when I'm racing against other people that are just figuring it out and trying to, work on their chops like I am. But I guess everybody's putting something different into iRacing, and everybody's getting something different out of iRacing. Yeah, that's a nice way to say it. And so you find yourself at times racing with people, and I think it's okay to wonder. It's okay to speculate, what on earth is this person doing and why? But I'm sure somebody could wonder the same thing about me, So it can be challenging. It can be a little frustrating, but again, it's gaming. And even at the highest levels, some of the broadcast coverage of iRacing that I watch, you do still see lap 1, turn 1. You see it at every possible level. So it's nothing that is, absolutely restricted to some of the, I guess, the lower, much lower, very much lower splits than I'm in. It's not necessarily restricted to that. It's something that you see at all levels. So what can you do? But that is really helping out as well, man. I do love iRacing. It's a tremendous thrill. I'm noticing something also. I'm noticing that there really is no adrenaline rush that you get in gaming, in any type of gaming, than the one that you get when you're doing things against or with people, other like real live human beings. I think it's just the nature of who we are as a species that, I mean, you can have the best AI in the world, but it ain't a person. And we know that. We recognize that on some level. And it really does. It changes things. It makes things different. And when you're in an environment with other people, whether you're co-op or whether you're competing, just being involved with other people makes everything matter so much more. So I can do a C license race in iRacing and finish mid-pack, and I will have more thrills and more excitement and more adrenaline in that race than I will have doing an AI race at 110% difficulty or whatever. There's a part of us that just feels the difference. We just know the difference. So that is super, super cool. And I got some other things cooking. I'm not comfortable talking about them quite yet. Almost, but I want to let that simmer a little bit. I want to let that marinate just a bit more before I take the cover off and unveil it. But yeah, that's also something that I am really, really enjoying. So I feel like I got a full spread of gaming now. I've got everything from what we're doing right now, which is obviously extremely relaxing, all the way up to things that are very, very intense, and everything in between. I love it. So, yep. You would think that this sort of new chapter would have happened right around the first of the year. What a perfect round number. But you know what? A date on a calendar, it's just a number we made up. Calendars are social constructs. It's something that we've done so that we can all agree what day is what day. But it's just numbers on a piece of paper. It's just a number on your phone. It doesn't necessarily change anything. So it happened when it happened. Glad that it did. Right, let's hop back inside, and we are fixing to, there goes our speed limit. So before anything else happens, I am going to hop up here, come over here, and turn this, if I can find my little switch for it. There we go. Get that out of the way. Sit back down. We're about to go underground here, and we can kind of go wide open with the throttle and get under the river. So what is the speed limit? 90 kilometers an hour. What is that, about 50 something? 50 miles per hour? I don't know how I would feel about going 50 miles an hour in this thing. I'm guessing it would be very exciting to go 50 miles an hour in this little yard loco. It's these things were made in what, the 70s, I want to say. I read the Wikipedia page some time back, but yeah, these are, I mean, I'm sure it's safe, but not necessarily built for comfort. You know what I'm saying? We got a little shimmy shake going on. All right, we are descending under the river, and then we'll head back up the other side. Just a touch of brakes here. We'll head back up the other side. We'll grab that loco, and we'll head back. We're gonna head back. Yeah, let's see how we do on time. I know we're gonna head back, and I know once we get through. There we are. Once we get through the tunnel portion, I know we need to slow down quite a bit. As we did, had to go so slow coming out of that yard, we're going to slow down the same way when we go back into that yard. So I may just go to that speed limit and then call it, or I may go all the way around through the train wash and around the horseshoe, get the thing parked, and take it all the way to the end of the scenario. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we get there. Right, so we're climbing back up now to head up the hill and go to New York Penn. Oh, that clicking. That clicking. It's very soothing, very rhythmic. Oh, yeah. Look at this thing bouncing all over. We'll bump the throttle here. All right. We'll start slowing down. Concentrating. You know I get quiet when I concentrate. You know it. All right. That's good. Yep. So we turn these off for now so we can see a little better. So we got a red signal. Let's slow down a lot for that. All right. Right about, let's say right about here. All right. Contact signaler, we can do that. All right. Proceed at restricted speed, brakes off. Here we go. All right. Okay, so let's do a couple things. Set this brake first. All right. Set that. And we're going to bring our cursor back here momentarily and turn our headlights off. Just for a minute. Right. Uncouple vehicles. So to do that, down here. All right. Now, they don't tell you to do this in the scenario. If you've done this scenario, you know what I'm going to do next. It just says haul this loco back to Sunnyside. They don't tell you. You got to come in here. Have a seat. You got to take the brakes off. Like so. And you need to switch this over to trail. And if you don't do that, then the little yard loco can't control the brakes in this trailing loco that we're towing. Right. Now, I may not have done that exactly the way it needs to be done in real life, but you got to do something, because if not, it won't move. I mean, you can sort of drag it with the brakes on, but I suspect that's not how it's done. Right, and then we also need to go down here and switch this to... and we need to switch this to... cutout, I think. And like I said, I might be doing this wrong, but you got to do something or that other loco will not move. Right, brakes off. Right. Go over here and put on our rear headlight. Set that to reverse. Spin around in the seat here. Brakes off. Here we go. Also, before we get too far, let's close our window. There we go. All right, here we go. As long as we got enough momentum to make it up this hill, I think we'll be okay. But that's a big if. No, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I think we're nearly out of this tunnel, although it does take a lot longer. Coming back, towing this loco does take a lot longer because we're going so much slower. But I think we'll make it. We're still carrying some pretty good speed. All right, so we made it through that part. All right. And how are we doing on time? 28 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll be close to 45 minutes. We got, what, another 1.5K till we drop this thing? Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Let's take a look outside. See what our cargo looks like. Right on. All right, very cool. Now it says there was a problem with the pantograph, but we didn't try to drop that thing before we took off. We just hooked up and started rolling. But what? Where is it? There it is. That seems to be compressing and expanding okay. I don't know. Let's hope we're not damaging anything. So we'll hop back in here. Speed limit is going to work out just about right. If we want to be at 24, there's 24. There you go. All right, so we got 1 more kilometer to go, and I believe, yeah, we're going to slow down pretty dramatically up here to go through the train wash, and then we'll pick up a little bit of speed, go around the horseshoe, drop this thing, and we'll reevaluate time when we get around to the other side. We may continue on and get the yard loco parked up, or we may just call it right there. We'll see how we're doing when we get there. Golly, that camera. All right. And we need to get to slow down for the train wash that we're approaching. All right, there's that done. I think we just need to go around the bend here. All right. Yep, we need to make this big horseshoe bend. Is everything set? That is. Yep. All right, we're good. Here we go. Time 35 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. We just need to drop this thing off and then park up the little loco. Yep, we'll be okay. All right, phase one done. I believe we need to unhook this thing now. Yeah, uncouple vehicles. So we're going to stand up right through here. Now, before we do this, again, this isn't in the directions, but I would think it would be common sense that we would not want this thing rolling away on us, so let us set the brakes. Where is it? There it is. All right, like so, and then we're going to make this back to passenger. And there is a parking brake. There is not. I don't know. No time to look for it. So close that. Come over here. Release that. And then we'll get this thing parked up. How are we doing on time? 45 minutes. But we're almost done. I'm just going to finish it. Objective complete. The crew at Sunnyside will inspect the locomotive and plan repairs so that it can be returned to service as soon as possible. Return the switcher back to the siding. I would love to. So we're going to sit here. We want to go down here. So we'll put that there. Right? Go here. All brakes off. Throttle up. Got the window here, not going very far. Oh, you know what? Now I gotta put this back. Where's this going? This is going to freight. And that's going to... Yep. Right. So get that there. That goes there. This goes here. Is that right? And then this one will go here and here. Okay, I think that's all good. Brakes off. Find it. There it is. All right. Do this as well. Like so. Yep, better. All right, and then Sunnyside Yard loco siding number 6. Yeah, we'll just stuff it right in there and we are done. Yeah, a few minutes over. Better than normal, I have to say. For me in a train sim world scenario, I'm generally like 30 to 50% over. I'm not sure why it takes me so much longer to do these than they are supposed to, but it definitely does. That's us done. All right, so we'll shut this thing down, set the reverser to neutral, take out the reverser handle. If I can find it. Had it. There it is. Climb down to complete this duty. We're going to do a couple other things. We're going to turn off some lights. Turn those off. Turn those off. Turn those off. We're going to set the handbrake. Right, and then we're going to turn these off as well. Which, for some reason, doesn't actually turn the engine off. Curious how that works. But yeah, that does not shut it down. Oh well. So, close the door. And then we need to go right over, approximately over in here somewhere. And this will complete the project. Where is it? Give it. Oh, really? There it is. That's us done. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out The Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Train Sim World 2020. And we'll see you next time. Take care now.